All right, I'll start again. Just tell me when to go. Yeah, so coming off 2025, where I want to believe we had potentially the youngest team across the major conferences. And so I think we felt pretty good coming into this season about the makeup of our roster. We gained a very important year of experience for everybody, and we had no graduations at the end of the year, so we were essentially looking at the same team. We added a couple of very important parts in Lavinia Tanasi and Tori Osigwe. I don't know whether we felt that it was going to be our year, but essentially we felt pretty good about everything and the development that we'd had with players. Did it set us back? For sure. Did it dampen expectations? Yeah, possibly. But I mean, you always want to remain optimistic about your chances. And I think coming off the fall, we advanced the most players we've ever advanced to the NCAA singles tournament. We had 4 players in the draw and we had 2 doubles teams in the doubles. So, okay, I mean, maybe some setbacks, but came out of the fall pretty convinced that we might be able to make a run this spring. And the NCAA doubles championship for Gabby and Tori was kind of the exclamation mark on that. And I think what made us felt that at the highest level, we could potentially perform with this group. Yeah, I mean, so we had an extremely difficult schedule in the early going, and we were playing on a very short roster with a lot of travel. So I think it was definitely helpful. We took some lumps along the way. We definitely had matches that we felt we could have won. The one thing that I didn't take into account after we did manage to win both matches out west was that we had a setback against Miami on our home court almost immediately, which was a little bit of a reset and something that kind of dictated a lot of the second part of the season. Yeah, I mean, that was really like, okay, this is the reality of the season, and there's so many good teams, and that any of these teams at any time you can get into an absolute battle with, and with the nature and the margins that we're playing with the scoring format in college tennis. Okay, maybe we're not quite where we needed to be, and we really needed to look in depth at what we needed to focus on. So coming into the next day, we knew we were going to play earlier at 2, which I didn't think it actually got too late the night before. I think the turnaround wasn't too bad for us. The worry was that it was going to be in the 90s, and how would we handle the temperature? It's going to be the same for all the teams, obviously, but you just don't necessarily know. And then can we not get so amped up that doesn't give us an opportunity to get all the way through? And if it does take until the 4th hour, which it ultimately did, is how's that going to look, and can we still be playing our best tennis at that moment in time? So we get started. I think it's crucial. We've managed to win the doubles point against UNC the last 2 times we played them, so then you're thinking, okay, maybe that's going to even out, but once again, we were really competitive. I actually felt that we had a good chance at 1 doubles, which we ultimately closed that one out. So it came down to number 2 and 3 doubles. Both matches went to 5-all, and we managed to play great, right in the right moment there, and sneak out the doubles point. I think from that point onwards, the girls played with tremendous belief. So we were sitting pretty well in control at that moment in time. However, the match started to turn, even though we added wins from Lavinia and Gabby for the first time there against UNC. But the match started to turn in the 3rd hour. Mia, who's just come so far as a player for us since she played 6 last year, was playing the NCAA singles champion at number 1 singles, Reese Brandmeier, and I hadn't really known what exactly was going on. Some people told me after the match, but Brandmeier had a 6-4, 5-4, 40-love lead serving for the match, so she had 4 match points there at 5-4. Mia somehow managed to escape what would have seemed like a logical outcome at that moment in time, and then went and dropped serve immediately in the next game. Somehow managed to break in the game after that. In the ensuing tiebreak, she had a lead, she had some set points, she's had a lot of those situations this year, and she's had some really tough reversals. And then ultimately, Mia took the second set 9-7. Now you're still thinking, okay, that's a great situation because we've extended that match, especially where it's a point that UNC expects to take every single time. But while Tori was playing the 3rd and Mia was serving 2nd in the 3rd set, we just went, there were 10 straight holds in that match where Mia was really strong in her service game. I think only lost maybe 4 points on serve the whole 3rd set. You kept thinking that maybe the moment would become too much for her, but she was really holding firm and serving at a level I don't think we've seen before. Yeah, we were advancing to the final, which in the circumstances just felt like I wouldn't even call it a relief. It just felt like one of those moments where everything that we talked about in playing these close matches came full circle. And I think the girls, certainly, if they didn't believe it at that moment in time, they felt such a strong surge of togetherness that potentially we weren't thinking about the next day at that point in time. But I told them after the match, well, there's absolutely no way we're not winning this tomorrow now, and we have to stay together. We can be super excited and enjoy this win today, but given what happened, we have to win this. And ultimately, they played amazing in the final, and that's what happened.
What stands out to you about this matchup?
I think the biggest thing is that UVA is coming with a 15-match win streak. It's a lot of wins, but they have yet to get that ACC title. Coach Simon Earnshaw, they got the title in 2023, so he's coming for his 2nd one. Formation, I can see her going to team.
Broadfoot puts it away, and NC State has taken the set on doubles court 1, and it all comes down to doubles court 3 between UVA and NC State, with the doubles point in the offing. Doubles side. And that's just long off the racket of Katie Rolls, and match points, doubles point points for NC State.
Very impressed with Mia Slama with her serving, to have all that pressure on you to come out and serve the way she has. That's gutsy behavior there by the Wolfpack.
NC State takes it at third doubles and wins the doubles point, takes a 1-love lead in the ACC championship match over the University of Virginia, and we will be back
1 point, but
with
that's
singles competition.
all that does is get us ahead, and we win and get us enough time. His thing is, he's going to have to be aggressive, but it's going to be you're going to have to hit more balls than you get to do, right? Just nowhere near as quick. And look, in this type of match, you've got to give yourself the best chance to play your best tennis. If you go in with the mentality of having the best possible attitude to do that, and you need it, then we go there, right? Otherwise, we keep it simple and we just keep working. All right, great start.
Come on. 1, 2, 3, go back!
So we've talked many times, and almost jokingly, I tell the team that what's the easiest way to fix a 4-3 match, and the conversation goes like this: well, you know, if we can't win them 4-3, then let's just try and win them 4-0.
Seagway with a match point here.
All right. And there it is. And Anna Zarayanova, the lone remaining member of the 2023 ACC champion NC State Wolfpack.
Definitely getting off to those starts, and realistically, we were quite fortunate to have won 3 of the first sets. Mia again was super clutch there at the end of the first set against Vivian Yang. But once again, if you keep playing close matches, it's going to even out, and she couldn't keep losing tie breaks to Vivian Yang, and she managed to edge that first tie break. Once we got that one, given that Tori and Anya were really moving along at a pretty rapid speed in their second sets, which, you know, is a credit to them. You start to feel pretty good about the outcome. As long as you can hold your nerve at the end of the day, then hopefully we had enough at that point in time to cross the finish line, which we ultimately did, with Mia kind of putting a seal on the event.
Championship point for the NC State Wolfpack. The reserves have made their way down courtside. And for the second time program history, the NC State Wolfpack are champions of the ACC.
What an incredible match from Mia Slama to clinch for the second day in a row, Russ. Played so smart, so committed and composed. What a moment for the NC State Wolfpack.
Seeded third, they took out the number 2 seeds, North Carolina, in the semifinals, and they conquer the number 1 in the championship round. NC State, champions of the ACC. Congratulations one more time. How does this one feel in comparison to the first?
I think the first one's always special. That season was a special season, and not that this isn't a special team as well, but maybe a little bit of a relief, I would say, this time around. I think I felt coming into this weekend that even though we're coming off the loss against Virginia, that we had a great chance back here in Raleigh, and fortunately yesterday's match didn't take too much out of us. And we were just able to get it done one way or another.
The NC State Wolfpack get to raise the ACC trophy for the second time since 2023 in Arena. The number 3 seed came in and just took it to the number 1 seeded University of Virginia. What did you make of the Wolfpack on this championship Sunday?
They were playing with house money. That's what Coach Simon Earnshaw said. And you could see that they were playing with so much freedom. And you could see the commitment. They played solid, smart tennis. The conditions were different. They were able to recover the right way yesterday, and they got it done today.
Indeed, they did get it done, and they get to go home not far down the road with the big trophy as ACC champions. Second time in program history that the NC State women lift the title here in Cary, North Carolina.
I remember one of the coaches from the conference had said, "Welcome to the club," and I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, there's not that many people who've actually won conference titles when you look back through history." For this group, knowing that they came to NC State quite possibly because we won an ACC tournament title in 2023, that this was their moment to get that piece and that sort of, not just that vindication of why they came to NC State to try and have moments like these, but that they had managed to do it themselves, because I know that several players, Anya and Gabby particularly, did feel a little bit of pressure that they were carrying that torch from the previous generation, and now they know, or they feel that they're not just equals with them, but that the program's in good hands, and hopefully moving forward we can use that and take that knowledge that it wasn't a one-off, and put ourselves in position to not just do this again, but hopefully now as we start out postseason in a week or two, we can take a run at the one thing that we've not accomplished, which is to get back to the national championship match, and hopefully this time around we can perform the same way we've managed to do in the ACC championship matches, on a day in May.